When I was younger, everyone always told me that magic would only exist if I truly believed. Well, I disagree. I like to think that magic is there, whether any of us believe in it or not. We just need to take the time to look for it. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Juna Oklany. You know me as the Bailey House Prefect, but today I'm here to talk to you about magic. Last night, I sent a draft of this speech to one of my close friends. Her exact words to me were, "Can you make it more Juna?" I'm telling myself that she meant that as a compliment. She later clarified that what she actually wanted was for me to make it more weird. Because that's who I am. I'm the person who gives the weird physics presentation about the existence of ghosts. I'm the person who does an English project about how Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1. I'm the person with a collection of rubber ducks. My favorite food group is gummies, and I get my fruit and vegetable intake from the food coloring in the candy that I eat. I am the person who believes in magic. I started believing in magic 3 years ago. I was having terrible problems with my mental health, and I didn't know how to deal with them. In fact, not only did I not know how to deal with them, but I dealt with them incredibly badly. I decided to convince myself I was fine. If I closed my eyes and pretended that I was fine, I would be fine. I wished on every star that would listen for everything to be okay. I used to tell myself, "Don't be sad, don't cry, you're okay." I wanted so badly to fix myself. But as I'm sure you can probably guess, telling myself not to cry did nothing to suck the tear back up my face. And that was when I realized that I needed a new plan. What I realized was this: whether I wanted to or not, I was going to feel bad things. Whether we want to or not, we feel both positive and negative emotions, weak and strong emotions, understandable and messy emotions. Emotions are something that are so raw, visceral. They're so purely reactive. We can't control them, like I was trying so hard to do. I couldn't, and I can't, choose what to feel. But what I can choose is how I deal with them. The way I see it, I have two choices. I can either invalidate myself and frustrate myself to the point where I feel worse, or I can try to be there for myself, as I would for any of my friends. There is nothing wrong with being sad. And while I'm on that topic, there is nothing wrong with crying. It's a normal reaction, and as one of my friends likes to tell me, it's really good for clearing your skin. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, whether I begrudge it or not, I'm going to feel sad. And that's why I needed to change how I dealt with my bad days. I decided to honor my sadness and negative emotions, acknowledge them, address them, not try to fix them. The same way I would watch a car drive by and not stop it. And then I would dwell on my positive feelings. I would find the magic in the smallest things and appreciate them for being the incredible things that they are. I would bask in my happiness and live in the magic. I can't remember exactly when my mindset changed, except that it changed over an incredibly long period of time. I feel like in movies, these things happen in a single moment of realization. Well, I'm still waiting for the light bulb to go off above my head. The only thing I do remember is writing an article. Now, anyone who knows me will know that this is by no means a rare occurrence for me, and I write a lot of articles. But there was something special about this article because I figured out something important. My favorite color. I didn't know my favorite color. I used to respond whatever answer hadn't been said, or whatever answer I thought was coolest. These ranged from gold to rainbow to whatever random shade of gray or brown I thought would sound quirky that day. I wanted so badly to be quirky and different that I didn't even notice that I was naturally different. My favorite color is purple. It's not a rare favorite color at all, but I like it, and I think it's pretty. And more than anything else, it makes me happy. Discovering who I am has allowed me to find the things that actually bring me joy, rather than just trying to meld my personality into my favorite character from the new Netflix movie. I also realized that part of why I liked these characters in the first place was because of how comfortable they were being themselves. Once I switched my mindset from forcing myself to be good to encouraging myself to see good, see what I did there? My life changed so much. I stopped feeling so much pressure to get better, and I realized that I could just be myself, and that would be enough. I didn't have to be the best. I didn't have to be perfect. I just had to be. My goal before had been to be perfect, to be the calm, kind person who was there for everyone whilst maintaining the perfect grade point average and looking like a model. I mean, those are the people who get the Netflix movies made about them, right? I tried so hard to be that person, that very much not real, very much unattainable person, that I kind of forgot about the person who I already was. Appleby, let me tell you a secret. I'm magic. I am an incredible, unique person, exactly who I want to be. I sparkle and I glow. I project light and I can bring happiness to other people. Tell me, what's more magical than that? I have incredible potential, but that doesn't scare me anymore. What scares me more is not exploring the potential to the fullest extent. I don't fit any social norms, but that doesn't bother me because I can use my beautiful uniqueness to my advantage. And that is my magic. Appleby, let me tell you another secret. You can be magic too. It starts with the little things. It starts with finding the beauty in you, in the people around you, and in your daily life. I can't tell you how much I appreciate and am grateful for this incredible world that we live in. It's the small things. It's watching people light up as they get excited about something. It's feeling the same shiver run down my spine when I take the first sip of a warm drink as when I find lyrics I relate to. It's that weird, bizarre peace that takes over me watching the sunset. And that feeling when I go to give someone a hug and then I go to let go, but they keep holding on. All of these things join together in this beautiful collage to make up our magical existence. There are magical things about every person, every event, and every day. And since I started noticing them, I noticed something else too. I've become a lot more present. Suddenly, I've started living my life like the main character. Take this speech, for example. I have literally written as if I were a character in a book, romanticizing everything to a crazy degree. Because why on earth not? It's so much more enjoyable for both of us this way. But before, I used to feel like I was constantly getting caught up in the background. It felt like I was going round and around, living day after day, but never really getting anywhere because I was only really going through the motions. I would do piece after piece of homework and find no satisfaction in completing or submitting them. I would read book after book, watch movie after movie, and not remember the characters or what had happened. Finding the good in things and living in the present has been a breath of fresh air for me and a way to physically withdraw myself from that toxic cycle. Now I understand. Surviving through a day is enough. Even if I just work through one task at a time and push myself through it, that's fine, as long as I stay alive. I've got this. And that mindset switch has done incredible things for my mental health. Because like I said before, forcing myself to feel better, forcing myself to feel okay, that all didn't work. And that's why I decided to see the magic in the world and be as magical as I could be. This mindset gives me hope, and it also gives me peace and stops me from getting frustrated at myself. Do I sometimes get tired of dealing with my feelings? Yes, without a doubt. Do I wish I could make all of my problems disappear? I mean, who doesn't? Do I wish I could live a perfect life? Of course, yeah. Would I take it all back if given a choice? No, I wouldn't. Because all of this mess has allowed me to find magic, and magic is what's helping me get out. And that's why I care so much about this concept that everyone else probably stopped believing in when they were 5. Well, there's actually 2 reasons. 1, it makes the bad days less bad, and 2, it gives me something to hold on to that I know will always be there. Remember at the beginning of the speech when I said that sometimes my bad days can be really bad? Well, there are days where I can barely get out of bed, no matter how much I want to, let alone attempt to do anything that I need to do that day. Let me give you an example. My last day of COVID quarantine, I had convinced my brain that I had breathed in all the oxygen in the room. I sat next to the window, hoping to get any oxygen out of that slant because I convinced myself I was sitting in a room full of carbon dioxide. I know, it makes no sense. So yes, I have had some bad days. Notice that I put that in the past tense. Well, that part was a lie. It still happens now, all the time. Albeit it happens less than before I started anti-anxiety medication, but it still happens. It's so much easier to think of all of this in the past tense and as something that I've gotten through and persevered through and more. But realistically, it's something that I'm going through and probably something that I'll continue to go through for the rest of my life. And my second reason for believing in this is it gives me something to hold on to. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm scared. Right now, everything in my life is changing. My family moved homes while I was in boarding last year. A lot of my friendships have changed, and a lot of me is changing as well. Everything about my life feels so fluid and inconsistent, and I'm sure that feeling will only exacerbate when leaving to uni next year, which, by the way, I still don't have much certainty about. Senior twos, I'm sure many of you can relate to this feeling right now. But one thing that I know will always be there for me is magic. The things I find magical will stay magical. And even if they don't, something else will bring me that same feeling. And it's so comforting. The last thing I want to do is to offer you a suggestion. By no means is searching for magic going to solve all your problems, but it might help put you in a better headspace to deal with them. Find the beauty in things. Don't let yourself grow complacent with your life, because emotions are amazing. They really are. And more than anything else, unleash your magic. If you're going through something right now, I'm so sorry. It's a terrible feeling, and it just sucks. But remember, staying alive is enough. Just consistently pushing through the day and getting out at the end is enough. Even if you can't be productive, even if you can't finish your last piece of homework, just push through and stay alive. And then, when you're ready, start searching for the magic in your life. The unexplainable, the stuff that makes absolutely no sense, but is true and is beautiful. That is the magic. So let me ask you one more time, Appleby. Do you believe in magic? Thank you.